it's Hui Ming here, and in this video, you will learn about the general settings in EasyStore Point of Sales system before you kickstart the operations. So for those who may or may not know about EasyStore Point of Sales, it can be downloaded from most of the App Store. And since today we are using iPad for the demonstration, okay, you can click onto Apple Store, look for EasyStore. Okay, and you see our logo here. As long as you have downloaded it, you can access to it anytime, anywhere with your smartphone or tablet, making it worry and hassle-free about bringing a walking cashier to collect orders anywhere you go. It is a cloud-based system, meaning to say, regardless if you are selling online or selling offline, all of the data like the products, inventory, orders, reporting would be synchronized back to one dashboard, making it easy for you and your team to manage it. So once you have downloaded it, click open. And this is EasyStore dashboard, or what we call as admin panel. So let's head into point of sales general setting. So click on point of sales on top here under channels. Click view point of sales. Alright, so this is POS interface. But before that, we need to go into the settings first. So click on the top left 3 lines besides the last pop-up and click on settings on the bottom left, right under status. And these are the 5 main general settings we need to set before we kickstart the point of sales part. Let's go into general. First thing first, you see in general is the POS location. Okay, so under what kind of situation do I need to set locations, right? So when we click onto it, if you have multiple stores or joining a few bazaars in the city, you can choose which POS that you want to key in the orders so that system are able to keep track of the order and deduct the inventory automatically for you. For example, we have 2 locations here, Celeste Pop-Up and also Celeste HQ. Right? And today, Hui Ming is the staff and I will be managing the pop-up. So I select pop-up and system will actually switch it to the locations that you selected. And coming down to a few settings here, allow price rounding. Meaning to say, if customer total order is around 24 ringgit 99 cents, so system will actually round it up to 25 ringgit. You can choose to turn it on or turn it off. A very simple and direct settings. Same goes for auto apply tax. For example, if you have set tax for maybe 6, 8, 10 or how many percent that you have set through our EasyStore admin panel and you want to make it automated when you're collecting the POS orders, right? You can actually turn it on. And it will automatically assign tax rate from selected POS location address. So since it is selected, meaning to say it is for Celeste pop-up only. And for the third one, auto assign staff attributor. So for example, if you are giving off some commissions for your staff based on how much they have keyed in the sales into the system, you can actually make it automated. So for example, Hui Ming in charge of Celeste pop-up today. So when I log in, every orders that I've keyed in will be auto assigned to Hui Ming. So at the end of the day, when you generate a report, it will be easier for you to actually go through Hui Ming's order instead of doing it everything one by one manually. And coming down to POS secondary display image. So for example, if you are using dual screen devices, which we are also partnering up with Sunmi, which support dual screen point of sale system, you can actually input the images that you want customers to see from their site. For example, the images that we have here is join our membership and some requirements. So just scan this QR code and join. So what customers can see is they can actually go through the information. They can scan it to be our member. Alright, click save. And heading to our second setting, which is payment. This payment setting is actually related to third-party payment provider and allowing tap to pay, or what we call it as NFC, accepting credit card, debit card, Visa, MasterCard. So here are some of the third-party payment providers. So let's say if you are integrating with one of them, you can actually select and set it through our system. So for example, we are integrated with Fuel Tap to Pay. So meaning to say, if customers would like to pay via their card, be it by debit or credit card, once system has actually go to the payment page, they can just directly tap to pay. Coming to the third one, which is hardware. Okay, so this is where you can actually manage POS hardware setting, including receipt printers and external scanners. Once you've connected to it, there are a few settings you can actually do it here. So first is the cash drawer. So for example, some situation where customers will still pay by cash, so you will need a cash drawer to give changes, right? Here you can actually set whether you want it to be automatically open once checkout, you can turn it on. If no, you can turn it off. And for the external scanner, it is to allow direct scan to add product. Yes, so for example, if we have downloaded the app into the iPad has a camera, right? So basically the camera works as a scanning function too. For example, if the product you have with barcode, you just need to scan with it and system will automatically add the product into the cart. In that situation, it will actually speed up customers' buying process rather than you looking for the product one by one. So if you allow external scanner to actually direct scan the product, you can turn it on. And here will be some of the permission as well, whether you want to link the device via Bluetooth or by local connection. Here are a few settings that you can proceed with. So we click save and we can head out back to receipt setting, where you can manage POS receipt layout settings, or normally what we call as customizations. So we will break it into three parts here. First is custom receipt header. So normally header, right, you will actually put logo. But then if you do not have logo, you can put text header as the logo as well. So we just input Celeste here as the logo. And here will be some of the settings, where first you will display addresses, which we already have it on display here. And display email by phone number, you may need to set it first, then it will appear underneath the addresses. And the date is referring to the system key-in date. For example, today is the date, so system will actually display the date and time on the receipt. And also the order number here. Let's say in the future, customers come back to us for the order details, at least we have an order number for a reference for us to look through into the system. You can actually display the staff name as well. For example, today's cashier is Kelly Wong. So you can tick on the display staff name, and for those that manage the orders that particular day, their name would appear here. And for example, today, Hui Ming is in charge of Celeste pop-up, right? So the cashier name would be Hui Ming. Coming down to body, which is this part, where you see the product name and the price and the quantity. Very, very, very important thing is what I will always emphasize. It is very important for you to have currency and unit price, because this is what it looks like. But then let's say if you do not put currency and unit price, it can be a bit confusing. So we still need the currency. Okay, so we tick on this too. Order note is referring to some remarks of the products. I believe remarks, we can actually refer it on our own through the system instead of being in the receipt itself. SKU can be placed into the receipt as well for the staff to actually identify which product code it is. And for barcode, since if you already have product barcode on your product, you can untick it. It is optional. We remain currency and unit price, and head down to our receipt footer. So receipt footer, normally we'll see in the market is they will have a QR code. So whether the QR code will bring us to a sign up, whether it's a review code or follow us on social media QR code, the QR code can be anything. Okay, if you do want to put a QR code below the receipt, you can actually upload it as well. And here will be some of the information, such as display shipping and pickup details. For example, if you are offering customers buy online, pick up in store. So then you can tick it and you will see pick up at what time, what date. Display contact details is customers' contact details. Credit balance and points balance is pretty much similar, whereby customers can actually see their accumulated balance. For example, customer A, she has 10 credits and almost 4,000 points. Okay, so what we can do in the next purchase is they can actually redeem it. So once all looks good, you can click save, and let's say if you are connecting to a printer, you can actually test print it as well. Okay, connect printer. And head out to the final general setting, which is customer display screen. This one is pretty much similar to the secondary display, which earlier on we have mentioned you can actually put a QR code, join as a member, and input some of the information. So that is what customers will see from their end. It's actually related to the ones under general. This one, POS secondary display image. So let's say if you are using devices that is dual screen, that is what customers can see from their side, making it easy for them to actually register as a member. Instead of verbally, you can just directly scan it, input whatever details that you would like to collect, and it will be synchronized into our system automatically. And next, we will have another YouTube video which we will share the hidden key features in EasyStore Point of Sales with you. So do remember to subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for what's coming next.